How not to lose monetization when you're monetized. Now, I'm trying to get monetized, but also once I'm in the game, I don't want to lose my monetization. And I've seen where a lot of folks, like made a mistake. And I'm like, man, that had to be disappointing because, they had to go through some challenges of getting there. And then, once you get there, the 4,000 hours is a pretty tough hurdle to climb. And 1,000 viewers, 1,000 subscribers, for any new channel, it's kind of hard to come by. Not unless you have something, a video that's going to go viral and you can reuse it or something. But for the most part, you don't want to lose your monetization once you're there. And I need to know what are the snares. Let's call it snares. I had a term for snares and pitfalls. That's what I said I wanted to call it. What are the snares and pitfalls of it? Because I don't want to make that mistake. And, I know one of the things you have to make sure that you don't do is you don't use anybody else's stuff, because you'll get into this copyright violation, and you don't want that to happen because they'll easily get a strike against you and put you on the bad actor list. They may call it a bad actor list. Sounds good though. But you'll be put on the bad actors list. Acting bad, did something that caused you to lose monetization, So I want to know what these pitfalls and snares are before I even get there. So please help me out there. Give me some things so that I can start writing that stuff into my brain so that when I do become monetized, I already know, like, hey, you don't go down that line. You're too close to the edge right there if you do A, B, C, and D. So I want to ask that you type, put in some comments to say, hey, when you do become monetized, make sure you don't do this, and that'll help me stay focused, because once I'm in the game, I'm like, coach, I'm in the game. I don't want to fall out of the game, due to injury. That's called demonetization. It's like they all of a sudden take you out of the game. The demonetization piece, Yeah, so once I'm in there, I want to make sure that I stay in there, so help me out. And, you get people asking for help. It sounds almost as if, nowadays, this is just one perspective. People are cautious of people who call for help. Like, here's what I mean. You can go, hey, I need somebody to help me out with this here. And then people be kind of reluctant to do so because, they were like, man, I don't want to mess around and get involved in this, or that. Even though this, it can be a simple request, or it could be a innocent request. Let's call it that. It can be an innocent request. A lot of people just, kind of gun shy. Just kind of leery. Kind of just don't want to do it because they be like, man, I don't know what this person's gonna use with my info. Man, I ain't like that. Give me some help. Give me some help. Help me get on the right track. So once I do get monetized, I don't make that mistake. I want to get monetized and then all of a sudden I'm not monetized. That'll break my heart, man. That probably would break my heart more than anything. I'd be so disappointed. I'd be like, man, I remember when I first started, I was trying hard to get to that point. Now I blew it because I accidentally posted this, and it was like music on my video, and it was copyrighted music, and or something like that. Because I do know copyright music and stuff like that can be a strike against you. But I need to know some of those other little bitty, small little pitfalls, because there is not they might be, but I just haven't found it. But for the most part, I'm gonna make this statement. There is not a video out there that says, hey, I've broken down the YouTube policy and I'm gonna simplify it for you. And here's what you ought to do, and here's what you ought not to do. And then they just have it like, they have like bulletized points. And it's a bunch of them, you know. Like say they've got a list of like 30 things. They've taken all that contract language and all of that stuff that most people just don't read because it's too long. And they done simplified it, broke it down for us. And when you get to it, you know, it's real simple. It's in simple man's language where it says, yeah, man, if you use somebody's music, you getting kicked off. But it's just that simple. That's what I wish that somebody had taken their time and done. You know, made a simple man's video to kind of share that with us.